What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Dense Pixels Podcast. I'm your host, Brad, joined by my co-hosts, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't mind me.
3 seconds in, already technical difficulties are afoot. I mean, technically, that makes us still more successful than the Gearbox presentation from this past week, which we will talk about later in the show.
Oh shit!
Thanks for that unintentional segue, Terrence.
You're welcome.
It worked pretty good. But before we get to that, let us first start with the only one of us that has been playing a new game, and really, it's not even a new game to you, Terrence. You have been playing. I've been seeing you play Path of Exile on PlayStation 4.
Yes, I have been. Actually, I put a lot more time than I thought I would. I told you guys last week that I played it on Xbox One, and I kind of dug it. But replaying it again and kind of digging into the minutia of it, which is quite a bit. I don't know if you guys saw the picture of that skill tree that I posted a couple days ago.
No, I did.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that spider web. Yeah,
it's like 1,000 different things.
The license board from Final Fantasy X.
It's insane. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. I think I'm on chapter 5 in act 1, and I think there's like 3 acts.
Does the story even matter?
I don't know what the hell there's a lot. There's a lot to the story, but I've just been skipping all of it because every line is voiced. There's actual voice to every line of dialogue, which what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. A whole lot. It's insane. I've been playing for probably like 20 hours, and I'm not out of Act 1 yet.
Jesus,
and I think there's 3 or 4 acts.
What?
It's a lot. Yo, it's a huge. Yo, the game is 7 years old.
Yeah, but it is a looter though, right? Like,
yes,
you can grind. Like, you can grind once you get.
I'm level 50. I'm level 47.
Are you sure this isn't just another like hinterland situation where you were stuck in an area and you could have easily left?
I'm making my way. And yeah, it's that long. Even in reviews, like it'll take you like 30 hours to get through the actual story itself, and then you have end game content. And this is all free to play, mind you. Not a dime. You don't have to spend a dime on the game. The interesting thing is you level up, and that skill tree is a passive skill tree. So nothing on that actual tree gives you like spells and shit like that. That's just basically improving the spells that you collect with everything you get is basically gems. And every piece of armor, every weapon, helmet and things like that you have gem slots of different colors. Depending on what you pick, you can pick like a warrior, I picked a ranger because that was the easiest to start out with. I don't know how my build is going to end up in the end game, if I even make it, because I'm in the level now where I'm just getting like one-shotted by certain things and they're just killing me. So I think I fucked up. Like, the thing is that it's that complex that they have websites specifically designed for like builds for that game, so you can actually make it to the end game and do well. There's a trade feature in there where you can like trade certain things that you pick up. People have been playing this game for 6 years.
Jesus.
It's a huge game. And the way that it's free is microtransactions. Look, I checked them out. I thought what is that shit that I play all the time? Goddamn, Apex Legends was bad as far as like the microtransactions, $18 skins and shit like that. They have they have everything's cosmetic. Actually, you can purchase more stash slots because you collect a lot of shit, and you'll run out of stash slots really quickly. I'm almost out already. But you can buy stash slots. Those are like $5 to $10. And that's not that big a deal. But they also have cosmetic shit. I looked at the price and did like the 1-to-1. Like, they have wings that you can purchase to put on the back of your character that are like 250 points. Mm-hmm. 50 points is $5. Do the math. Do the math real quick on that and see how much a pair of wings for a character.
Not a whole
set of armor. Again, like you can basically it's just skins, like whatever armor you put on, you can just make that piece of armor look like whatever that skin is. But I saw they were like, we're having a sale on wings. You can get these for like 200 points. And I went to the store and it's like $4.99 for 50 points. I was like, nigga, that's $20 for some wings. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, that's
free-to-play games monetizing with microtransactions, but
yeah,
you gotta.
That seems. But look, this game has been on PlayStation 4 for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, I'm walking around and you see other players. Them niggas got them wings. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's crazy to me.
I mean,
that
it's always
y'all paid $20 for some wings. And then I saw other people that have like full armor sets. That's like $60.
What?
That's like paying for the full game.
Good lord. I mean, I'm glad you don't need any of that shit, but Jesus.
No, you don't need it. You don't need any. You can play the entire game without having to spend a dime. So that's cool. I don't think I'm going to spend a dime. I might pay like maybe about $10 for some extra slots, but like, nah, yo. But they look dope. That's the crazy thing. That's the fucked up thing. Like the cosmetics look really dope, but like when you put a one to one, like, nah, man, I'm not paying $25 for a pair of wings.
That's why they don't do a 1-to-1.
And then like it's $4.99 for the wings, but then there's always like an extra 10 points up. So you have to buy because you can buy like $4.99 for 50 points, or you can buy like 20 like $19.99 for 200 points, but they're like $250. There's not a $250 bundle. So they always be like, all right, if you want to get the $250, you can pay $30 and you'll have 50 left over. Like, what the fuck? All right, nigga, shut up. But besides that, the game is, I mean, I said last week, maybe not bother, but no, if you like, I think it's a better game than Diablo 3, to be honest with you. There is so much content in that game. It's staggering. Like, again, I'm still in Act 1, and I think there's 4 or 5 acts in the fucking game before the actual end game. It's crazy how much there's in there. And they're constantly updating it, kind of like Warframe. So if you want free to play like Looter, download it. It's 10 gigs. Friend Tyrone, you guys know Tyrone. He downloaded it the other day. It's 10 gigs. He was like, I'm gonna go ahead and download this game. I'm like, it's gonna take you like 40 minutes. He started downloading it was done in 2. He has Google Fiber.
Oh,
I didn't realize how fast Google Fiber will download a 10 gigabyte game in 2 minutes.
See, that's Google's problem. Like, they think everybody got Google Fiber.
Yeah, and I said, so you are the candidate for Estrada or Arcadia, whatever the fuck that shit is called.
Estrada.
I don't know what it's called. What is it?
This is
Stadia? Oh, Stadia. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, so you have Google Fiber, so that's who they're marketing at to, because you just downloaded a 10 gigabyte game in less than 2 minutes. That's crazy to me.
Brad, if you don't title this episode Google Estrada.
I really want to. I've been titling the episode to make it more searchable on YouTube. But
yeah, I didn't realize that it was that fast. It's kind of amazing and disgusting at the same time because we don't have it here.
Yeah, well,
they got it in Atlanta, which is interesting. But yeah,
they also have bills that prevent you from having an abortion in Atlanta. So 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
But Path of Exile is really good. It's a very good game. You should check it out, Brad.
I want to check it out.
You might get like, you might be like, oh shit, this is really good. I'm gonna spend like 10.
No, I am not buying $25 wings.
No, you're not. No, I'm not saying you're gonna buy anything. I'm just saying you might sink a lot of time into it.
Oh yeah, if the gameplay is really fun, I could definitely see it happening for sure.
And it's really flexible. Like, again, I think my build is fucked up, so I might have to actually go online because I didn't look at anything yet. I just kind of went in there willy nilly, and now that I realized that I may have fucked up,
can you respec?
They give you respec orbs and shit, but again, I'm level 50, and you get an orb, or you get a point every time you level up.
Mm-hmm.
I have 50 points, and if that skill tree is really fucking big, so like you can't respec everything. Like, they'll give you a point to respec. Like, you can get rid of one and then allocate it somewhere else. But everything is connected, so you got it. Hey, I want to get this. shit, I gotta respect this and then send it to the other fucking path. It's a lot. And then you can do ascendancy. It's almost too much, honestly.
I fired up Borderlands 2 the other day just because I was feeling nostalgic for it, and I need to respec my entire character because I haven't used Zero in for fucking ever, and I have no idea what abilities I have equipped. And
yeah, Zero was tough for me.
I love using him in the game, but I just, like I said, since it's been so long since I've really sat down and played with him, I have no idea fucking what abilities I unlocked on his skill tree. So I'm just gonna start fresh.
I had all my characters in that game. I don't know what to talk about.
That's still very bad.
3 characters. Almost maxed out in that game. And yep. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that game's very good. Like, if you've never checked it out, again, it's free. 10 gigs. It's worth checking out.
So moving on from there, new releases this week. We just talked about Borderlands. We're going to talk more about it later. But the Borderlands Game of the Year Remastered Edition, which is coming to PS4 and Xbox One and PC, the first time that the first game has been available natively on the current gen consoles. There's also a free 4K remaster patch coming out for the Handsome Collection as well. If you already own the Handsome Collection, you'll be able to get that for free on Wednesday this week. There's a Power Rangers fighting game called Battle for the Grid that is coming out on the PlayStation 4 this week. The Darksiders War Mastered Edition comes to Nintendo Switch this week as well. And as it is a new month, we have new free games for you. First on Xbox, the entire month of April, you get Technomancer for free. And then the second half of April into the first half of May, you get Outcast Second Contact for free. On the 360 side of things, first half of the month, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the original Xbox, is available for free. It can be played on Xbox One, of course, as well. And then Ghost Recon 2 is available for free the second half of the month for Xbox 360. If we go to the PlayStation, Conan Exiles is available for free for PlayStation Plus. So is The Surge. The Surge is a game that I was interested in. It was from the same folks that made Lords of the Fallen, which was kind of like a Dark Souls type game. The Surge, if you guys recall, was Terrence's number 5 game of the year.
That game. Yeah. All right.
It's Dark Souls like robots, robot edition, if you will. Same type of gameplay.
Well, I'll get this one because
it's free.
It's free,
right?
Yeah,
didn't have to wait.
It's hard.
$50 on it.
Tell you that much. How far have you gotten into Sekiro?
What?
Exactly. you seem like a played Sekiro since we last talked.
I played a little bit. Yeah, it takes me like an hour to beat every boss, and it's starting to get irritating. Honestly, very fucking irritating. To the point where I don't even want to play that shit no more.
Is it irritating to know that what's his name got?
Fuck that nigga, yeah. For real, that's just ridiculous. You almost platinum that shit.
You better put some respect on Amir's name.
Yes, thank you. I was having a senior moment, Amir. I apologize. But yeah, of course, Amir has a platinum in it.
Did he get it? Or was he?
No, he got it. He got it today.
Yeah, he took a picture of it. I was like, yo,
whatever.
Golf clap, bro.
That's wild.
Bloody Palace comes out today.
Terrence. That's true. There you go.
Yeah, I saw the update. I haven't played that in like a week.
I still need to finish that game.
I was on a level distracted not playing Sekiro.
I didn't get I got stuck on like level 14 on like Dante must die the level right before it was. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Dante's too complicated for me, yo. I'm getting too old. You got too much going on.
You're kind of paralyzed by all the choices because it's like
it's ridiculous.
All right, well, do I want to use my hat and my gut? Like, it's too many combinations, man.
Yeah. Apparently, the hat, Mr. Faust breaks the game.
Really?
Because it's like the strongest weapon, and it's pretty goddamn strong.
I mean, like, because the give and take for orbs, like, it doesn't cost a lot of orbs to use. But it sure does give you a ton back.
Because I wanted to unlock all the moves. Only I don't have unlocked those 3 million orb taunts.
The taunts.
Yeah, you do that like level 13 or 14. There's a one section that the enemies just keep respawning until you finally kill all of them, and then you just restart that section. You can get like 400,000 orbs a go. It's fucking crazy with that hat, and it's just one move. You just spam it, and you get 400,000 orbs every time you do it. So I had like I think I have like 4 million right now. Jesus. I could purchase one of them, but I haven't played in like a week, so yeah. But yeah, that's how people have been farming orbs to unlock everything. I think there's an achievement for unlocking everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
So to the news, EA is reducing staff by 4% as they've laid off 350 employees, mostly from the marketing and publishing departments. This is a quote from Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA. Today, we took some important steps as a company to address our challenges and prepare for the opportunities ahead. As we look across the changing world around us, it is clear that we must change with it. We're making deliberate moves to better deliver on our commitments, refine our organization, and meet the needs of our players. Of course, this is a month after Activision laid off 8% of their workforce as well, across similar departments. Big difference is so a lot of people were, shitting on EA as people are wanting to do for this move and comparing it to the Activision move. I don't quite see it the same way. There's a big difference between coming out and being like, hey, we had our best year ever, we're laying off 8% of our staff, than, hey, we had struggles this year, we have to lay off 4% of our staff. A little bit different tone, I would say, between
the narrative is a little different this time around.
That tells me that the EA earnings call, the year-end earnings call, is probably not going to be fantastic next month.
Yeah,
I wouldn't blame their marketing team, because they decide they want to put microtransactions in literally every fucking game that they release. People are still buying their games. It's just, look, people don't want to if you're going to make these games again. I've been playing fucking Path of Exile. That's a free game, but it has microtransactions. Y'all doing the same damn thing with EA games, and there's microtransactions. I don't think, why fire the publishers and the
marketers,
other guys,
because you need to. Especially if you're going to have a slower window of releases here, which, let's be real, EA doesn't really have much coming out until the fall release schedule comes out, right?
What the fuck do they have coming out actually?
Madden, their normal slate of sports games, of course. Battlefield 5 is continuing to get updates. It is they're adding stuff to that game all the time.
Yeah, they added I think that Firestorm.
Yeah, the Battle Royale mode came out finally to no acclaim, of course, because no one gives a fuck at this point about it. But yeah, you'll see reductions like that. It's weird for reductions like that to hit specific departments that hard. Might mean they're shaking up their internal structure pretty considerably then. But we'll see. But like I said, I thought they were a little bit more contrite than Activision was, and that's why I don't think that they're necessarily deserving as the same level of scorn. Of course, it sucks. 350 people lost their job.
Same level of scorn.
Well,
how many people did Activision fire?
800.
No, this is 350.
Yeah,
it's a big company. They're both very large companies.
They are both very large companies. You were right.
It's ridiculous, but whatever.
But if you're gonna, I hate to sound callous, but if you're gonna have to trim the fat,
yeah, I guess
executives aren't leaving.
No,
right? Do shit. You can't let go too many programmers for morale. You're not gonna jettison, some of the studios that you have unless they're super low on the totem pole, right? Their marketing department is, I can see where those would be the cuts.
Now, I understand why they would be the cuts, but if y'all having problems, maybe your fucking executives need to do their fucking job.
Oh, the visceral Star Wars game is supposed to come out this year too. I think
it's supposed to.
Aren't they gone?
Visceral? Oh no, I'm sorry. I meant Respawn. I'm sorry, that was a Freudian slip.
Okay, yeah. talking about people who are low on the totem pole.
Visceral is definitely gone. The the Respawn Star Wars game supposed to come out.
Not
Not necessarily
like Christian Bale.
Andrew House. Yeah, he wears very tight suit jackets also.
Andrew House looks like he owns a
Andrew
Peloton.
Wilson.
You know what I mean?
Or Andrew Wilson. Andrew, I'm conflating the two now. So.
Andrew Wilson does. He looks like he owns a Peloton.
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't. So like skinny jeans, I've made my peace with in this world. I don't like skinny suit pants. That's one thing I don't like for some reason.
I mean,
skinny
but suit pants are tailored.
Yeah,
true. But Andrew Wilson's look like the skinny jeans of skinny suit pants. Like they're too tight. I've seen him on stage before. Too tight.
I mean, they're Italian. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I went to Rome once, and I was trying on a suit off I was trying on like a 2-piece off the rack, and I got a jacket. I'm like, yo, this jacket is off the rack. It fits me like it was made for me, right? And then I put on the pants, and I felt like I was the Hulk busting out of the because it was too tight. Like putting on fancy pantyhose or some dumb shit. Like, what the fuck is this? This is weird.
So moving on from there, Kaz Hirai has decided to leave Sony. He's retiring on June 18th. Of course, Kaz Hirai used to head up PlayStation worldwide, eventually got promoted to be the chairman of Sony Corp entirely. He was with Sony for 35 years. He said that he will continue to provide counsel as requested as a senior advisor, but he is finally stepping away and spending some time with his family. Kaz Hirai is like a very famous gaming presence. He was, of course, probably most famous for the worst reasons because he was the guy debuting the PlayStation 3 at E3 2006. The guy behind $599 US. The guy, of course, behind Ridge Racer on stage. Giant enemy crabs. So he didn't say that, but he was there for it all. I like Kaz Hirai though. I liked him a lot, and good for him.
Do you like him, or do you like his the fake Twitter account?
No, I liked Kaz Hirai as well. Like I appreciated the fact that he came up through Sony through PlayStation. Like that's cool to me. That like a huge entertainment company like Sony, and the guy that they chose to run it was the guy they're like, hey, you made PlayStation successful, so we're gonna put you in charge of the whole shebang.
Yeah, it's very Japanese of them. Whereas, Western developers will just get any fucking dummy with a marketing degree and just be like, hey, come on over and run this after you get off of your bike and your stupid tight ass suit pants. You're Australian. You have an accent. You must be smart. Come run our company.
So staying with Sony, they are updating their PlayStation Store refund policy. So now you will be able to get a refund on games purchased within 14 days of purchase. Now, of course, this is not a widespread refund. First of all, you can only get it back in PlayStation Store credit. You cannot get it back in the original payment form if you paid with a credit card. If you started the download of the game, the install of the game, or streaming the game, you cannot get a refund. However, if the content is, quote, faulty, you may be granted a refund after downloading or installing it. Same goes for pre-ordered games and content. Players who pre-order can request a refund anytime before the official release date and for up to 14 days after the release date, assuming, of course, again, that they did not download the game onto their console. Micah, good news for you, buddy. You're finally not going to be locked into terribly done pre-orders.
That's not true, because unless he's like, oh shit, let me refund this before the download starts, because you have your shit set for download automatically, right?
Yeah, it downloads 2 days before the game.
Yeah, so fuck out of here. You better turn that shit off. They ain't slick. You know what the fuck they doing? People pre-order that shit and forget they pre-ordered it, and it's like, oop, download started. I've done 5 gigs. Yeah, 5 megs in. You're like, well, you already started downloading. Sorry, nigga. Like, okay, cool, that's great. Nah, they ain't slick. They know exactly what the hell they're doing.
Look, it's better than what they had before, which is no refunds at all, ever.
Damn.
Like once you hit pay,
didn't they allow people to refund Anthem?
It never the same shit happened with No Man's Sky 2, where people are like, oh, they're giving refunds, and really it's like maybe 50 people.
but they
got
still
it because they bitched loud enough.
Like I get it though.
Maybe, I mean, again, you like two people might have gotten it, and it might have been like that could have easily gotten extrapolated to everyone's getting a refund. You know what I mean?
How's that working out, by the way? I'm gonna ask every week. I
mean, again, right now, don't need to play it.
Okay,
don't need to. Terrence, it'll be there when they bring it in. No, I will say at this point, like, there's some stuff that's going on that it's just like, all right, guys, let's
I can't do this right
now.
No,
it's just like I'm just tired of the cycle of, hey, we fixed this major problem, but by fixing this major problem, we've broken two more things that we now need to fix. Like, that's basically what's been happening is they're doing these huge fixes, but then something else is going wrong. Now, to be fair, I don't know if the game is at a point where it's ever going to be good enough. You know what I mean? Like, it might be one of those things where folks are just like, they might be expecting too much now at this point, or just looking for a reason to complain at this point.
I think but the thing is, I think people just like, there are people that really, really want to like the game that are still, for some fucking reason, still playing it. And they're just waiting for it to fix itself, waiting for them to fix it so they can be like, look, see, they just need to pull a fucking Hello Games at this point. Just let people play it. And then the next week, like, yo, here's this giant fucking update. Sorry.
Yeah, but you can't get away with that if you're a big publisher.
If you're buyer, like, that's the problem, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Hello Games is what, like 7 people at that fucking work for that.
Well, and again, if you go that route too, like if you go, hey, we're just gonna put our fucking heads down for a month and fix everything, you better fix everything. Otherwise you're done. You know what I mean? Like if you try to garner that goodwill and then you fuck it up, ain't no one coming back.
It's like, you got to fix it and then give people like a little incentive for sticking it out and shit. So like, if you already have the game, like, give them like a free skin or something. I don't know, something. So like, I don't know, something.
I mean, so it seems to me like the biggest issue that persists is that the loot problem. Like, people don't feel like they're getting enough quality.
Yeah, and I keep seeing that they say, okay, here. We fixed it, and then there's a lot of loot just starts dropping, and then they're like,
the drop
wait,
rates.
That's too much, and then they just took it away like 3 times. They've done that a couple times. Right?
Here's the problem. I think what people, and this argument does make sense to me, and we're getting sidetracked, but that's okay. What people want, what it seems like people want, and the same, like, you see it in Diablo, you see it in Borderlands, you see it in a lot of other looters, where like, when you kill a big enemy or a boss, like, they just explode, and here's all of a sudden a loot shower of shit coming down. And I don't really understand that point of thought, because sure, you see the loot shower, you get, 20 different items of loot that you can use, but only like one of those things might be something that's worth a damn, and the other 20 is just getting dismantled, or not even, in Diablo's case, not even picked up by me. Like, if it's a blue, I'm not touching it.
I'm already doing that in fucking Path of Exile.
Right.
Like, for real. So like 30 things will drop, and I'm like, oh, there's a fucking yellow.
Right. And Borderlands is the same way. Like, you see an explosion, but like half of it is money.
Bunch of green and
half
white.
of it is ammo. There's a ton of green, like Micah said, a ton of green and whites, and you might get a purple or two, or if you're really lucky, a gold. You know what I mean? Like, right. that's what that, and so like, I get people want that, but it's just like, but then if they give you that, you're just gonna bitch because like, oh, everything in the loot shower fucking sucks, and I'm just dismantling it anyway. Who gives a shit? Like I don't know. I don't know what the solution is at this point. Honestly, I don't know what fixing loot. I don't know what they can do to make.
Well, people seem to love the Division. People seem to really, really love the Division, and the Division does exactly what you just said. They're like, they just shower you with fucking loot. And then people just kind of like pick and choose what they want. I think they would rather more than nothing, because apparently in an Anthem they don't give shit. They're like, nah, fuck you.
When you finish a stronghold, you will probably have a full page. So like, you'll probably have like 21 or 25 guns or components. Essentially, when you finish a stronghold. Problem is that a handful of them are going to be blue, which you're going to dismantle immediately. You might get 2 or 3 masterworks, which is what you're really looking for, but if the roll sucks, you're gonna be pissed off about that. You're gonna dismantle that. And then the majority of it is purples, which once you get to the point where you start getting masterwork weapons, purples really don't do shit. Like, all you're gonna do with purples is break them down into components and then buy sigils with that which are like one-time power-ups that you can take into missions with you.
Yeah, I remember those.
So you can do.
And I think the other issue that people probably are not really talking about is the fact that, well, I think I've heard 1 or 2 people talking about it, is like the way the loot is distributed. Like you can't see it until the end of the actual. I think if people were actually able to see what they picked up and like while they were still playing, they probably wouldn't bitch as much. But like to go through an entire stronghold, not knowing exactly what the fuck you picked up, and then at the end you say, "Well, what the fuck is this bullshit? I have like 19 of these same guns."
Yeah, I think that what they're
they
going
need to
for.
I don't know if you need to fix that or just like make it different.
Well, I think what their intention was with that was that, you know, like when you're playing with friends and when the mission ends, like you're all like, all right, let's see what we got, and you're like, oh, I got this thing. Like you're talking to each other, like, you know, celebrating
Like,
the things that you picked up. No, you can't. I mean, it's the same thing in Destiny. Like when you're, you know, when you get out of Crucible and you get an exotic drop and you know you freak out, you know, that kind of thing. People said it might be better if you could change out weapons during the mission. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of the game.
Of specking up your
because the whole point is to make builds, right? Like, so if you can just pick up whatever weapon on the fly, it kind of diminishes.
Well, no, I mean you can do that in Diablo. Like you pick the weapons up and you can't travel back to the stronghold. You can't travel back.
Technically, you can put up
and then come back in
momentary waypoint right back. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but that kind of breaks up the flow because you got to wait for 75 minutes for it to load.
Yeah. But I mean, like with Diablo, like once I get to a point where I actually have builds, I'm not changing my equipment in the middle of a mission. Like I do wait till I get back to when the mission's done. So like I understand what they're going for. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they do at this point to change it so that people are happy. I'm just hoping that like the fucking Cataclysm is like the bee's knees. And people are like, oh, that's what we've been waiting for all this time. But we'll see. Who knows?
I don't think it's going to be. I think they have a couple of months before they get the game the way they want it to be, and I hope people are still playing it by then.
People will be. That's the one thing is that if Destiny 1 showed us nothing, it is that there will be enough people to get you there, and then once you fix the problems, you'll get the community back.
But Destiny was like the grandfather of that, like the looter shooter.
But, I know, but Destiny 1 was
terrible.
It was really bad until that June.
Like I stopped playing it. I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah.
But like again, I understand what you're saying, but like they didn't learn from other games' mistakes. They just didn't. Like I can't accept that. They've been working on this game forever. And they had to have looked at these other games and like, yo, okay, they did this, but they ran into the exact same problems and everything.
But here's the thing, I do
make sense to me.
I do think that they thought that they were going to be okay. Like they had their content map planned out of different events and stuff like that. And I think they overestimated how that was going to carry the game. Is what I'm saying. So like during like the entire month of March, they have all these world events that are going on, but nobody wants to do that shit. Like no one wants to run around and quick play and come across these world events. Like they want to grind strongholds. They want to grind, you know, legendary story missions now and stuff like that. Yeah. And I think they underestimated how like people wanting to be efficient as possible. If that makes sense. Like they thought people would want to explore all of the content, and that's just not the case.
They probably already have because it's not a lot.
So, but we'll see. Like I said, Cataclysm is May. I'm assuming they're going to have story content dropping in June. So we'll
next month. Okay.
We'll see what happens with that. We've talked on this show several times about the tragic swatting incident that happened a couple of years ago, where a really dumb man was beefing with someone playing Call of Duty, and he threatened to swat him, and this dude gave him a false address, and the guy that calls in the SWATs apparently sent the police to this address, who then killed a man who was not involved with the situation at all. Very sad story that we've talked about. Well, the perpetrator of the SWAT, the person who called it in, pleaded guilty last November in Kansas on federal charges. He was sentenced this last week to 20 years in federal prison, where he will stay for 20 years because there is no parole in the federal system. So, like I said, of course, not a happy ending to this, but I do think a fair sentence, considering the crime that was perpetrated.
Fuck this Michael Cera looking ass nigga. Like that shit is just disgusting. And he doesn't seem to give a fuck that he got somebody killed.
Oh, he'll give a fuck when, or, for the next 20 years in federal jail during his formative years. He'll be 46.
Yeah, he's 26
when he gets out. So
see, that's not enough time,
motherfucker.
Like he'll be 46 when he gets out. Like you can still.
But I think if you combine his 20 years with, I'm sure that the other guys involved, who had the beef, who kind of set the whole thing in motion, will probably each also get some time as well. Because they've been charged, they haven't been tried yet though. But I think like when you add it all up, I think that, I mean, nothing's going to bring this dude back. But again, I think the punishment is fair. Again, I'm not a big proponent of over sentencing people just to make a point. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, 20 years in federal prison, hopefully will deter the next guy from doing such a fucking thing.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So we'll see. Like I said, a sad story, but it's reached a conclusion that hopefully will give the family some
over a $1.50 wager.
Yep. Like I said, that's why. Like I said, that's why the violent video game argument never held water for me. It's not that aspect of video games that's toxic. It's the competitive nature of video games. So we will see. In a little bit happier news, Dreams, the long-awaited game from Media Molecule, is heading to early access on April 16th. Apparently, there's only a limited amount of spots available, and apparently the early access will not have the full release of the game, but it's going to allow people to get their hands on the creation tools for the game. So I'm assuming this is not only to test the game, but also to get a strong amount of content ready for the game's launch, as they did with Little Big Planet in the past as well. Apparently, the early access will cost $29.99 in the US. Again, it launches April 16th. You can purchase it directly from the PlayStation Store. You cannot pre-order it, but you can get updates from Media Molecule if it is something that you are interested in checking out. And apparently, you will get the full release of the game when the game does come out.
Speaking of early access, I forgot to mention that I played Mortal Kombat.
Oh, we should.
Oh, right. How was that?
It's Mortal Kombat, but slower. And I think I read somewhere that, I think I heard Ed Boon on one of the Combat Casts say that this beta is at the speed of the game is prior to everyone's
saying this shit is too goddamn slow.
Yeah, because it's like fighting through molasses. Like you gotta, in order to get in. Like if this had the issues of zoning that Injustice had, you would never get in. And that's probably one of the reasons why Cabal is the best player, because he can or the best character right now, because he can move, man. Like it's but it's Mortal Kombat, right? Like you have certain moves, you have certain combos, and then certain moves link into and out of certain combos, and then you have special finish.
Figure out which works.
You just got to figure out what works, and and once you start piecing together, it's like a puzzle, right? Like you gotta, because all the combos are canned, so you just got to figure out which combos you need to start, which ones you need to link, which combos you need to start, and then what you need to end with. But it feels good. It's just the combo aspect of it feels good. It's just slow. It's slow. Like I like Jade just because Jade is kind of medium range with light zoning, but I'm very interested to see how it feels once the game comes out. It's gorgeous. It's the best looking fighting game that doesn't have like a stylized anime art style. Looks better than Injustice, if you can believe it. And but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It just is kind of when it was first released and I was looking at the gameplay, I'm like, yo, this looks really, really fucking slow. And I don't like slow fighting games. Like I don't know Street Fighter. And it's not like Street Fighter slow either, because Street Fighter slow is a different type of slow. Street Fighter slow is like methodical, like a boxing match. Whereas most like tag fighters are like just fucking wild and crazy and shit. And this is somewhere, and this is leaning way towards the Street Fighter side, but they don't quite have the movement down. Like, and it feels like they're trying to get a little more technical, but you're Mortal Kombat. You're not a technical fighter.
I mean, it's been like 20 years. It's gotten to a point where,
I mean, look, when you compare high punch to combo linker, combo ender, then yeah, it's technical, but it's not like hyper technical. In my opinion, it's just not.
It's a different type.
It's a different type of technical. It's
like
technical, like Tekken is technical. You know what I mean? Like
Tekken.
Exactly.
Tekken is technical too.
Sure.
But I can't play that shit for shit. I suck at Tekken. I used to be pretty good.
I like Tekken.
I'm terrible at it. They put out a patch for Dragon Ball Fighters. Yo, it's almost like a whole new game. Like everybody, they balanced it to the point where like almost everybody's viable now.
Really?
It's
all
fucking
14
weird.
Gokus
Yeah, all 14. Yeah, they're all pretty viable. I think Goku Blue is like top tier now. It's crazy.
Is his name actually Goku Blue?
Yeah, Super Saiyan Goku Blue or whatever. Because he's got blue hair.
Is there other Super Saiyan Gokus that have a different color at the end of the name?
Super Saiyan Goku. And then there's like Goku Rose. He's got purple hair. Then they've got
Rose. Really?
That's what they call him in the cartoon, apparently.
It's a joke. One of the localizations was like Goku Rose. All right, yo.
But it's Goku Black. It's Goku Black.
Sounds like a shitty weeaboo fucking upstart winery.
But then again, the new character coming out is another fucking Goku, which I'm like, all right,
y'all
wild. But no, it's a lot different. It is a lot different. They've done some crazy shit to make it a little more fun and a little faster, actually. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat. Yeah, if you can believe that.
Like I said, you ain't get me this time, NRS.
Yeah,
you're not even gonna try it, huh?
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's the style. Like, what fighting games besides Street Fighter? Is that it?
I mean,
I saw Samurai Showdown. I don't like that look at it. I mean, I like the way it looks. That gameplay looks trash.
Really? You don't like, because it's not combo heavy, right?
Yeah, it's like they throw a punch.
Yeah, I mean, but that's Samurai Showdown. Like it's never been combo heavy.
Like they can't even do like 3-hit combos in there. Damn, nigga. I'm like, yo, like you run in, you throw a kick, and then you throw out your dog, and I'm like, yo, that's it. This match looks really fucking boring.
I can't wait to beat the shit out of Galford just because he has that goddamn dog. Fuck you.
It looks beautiful, but I'm like, yo, these matches are terrible. They're like, I could not imagine watching that shit at fucking Evo. Because I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Will I be able to play it on my PS4, or do I have to buy a Neo Geo to play it?
That looked like
because I've got Neo Geo money now. I'm an adult.
Like I was watching gameplay of that game. I'm like, yo, this is mad fucking boring. Yeah, I just can't. Like, I could not imagine watching a tournament of that fucking game. Like, yo, what the fuck are y'all even doing?
We'll get a chance to check that out in a couple months. So.
Yeah.
Brief PSA for you guys. If you have Twitch Prime, you can get a free year of Nintendo Switch Online. And as a reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. Yeah. So apparently you have to get it in 2 halves, though. You can claim the first 3 months up front. And then after 60 days, you can claim the other 9 months, because I guess they just want to make sure that nobody runs to sign up for Twitch Prime just to get a free year of Switch Online and then cancel that shit a month later. Right. Makes sense. So that's the thing that you can do. I, of course, took advantage of that immediately because that's $20 that I don't have to spend next year. So very good time. And finally, wrapping up the quick hit headlines. It is our least favorite day of the year, April 1st. And of course, the April Fool's jokes were rampant around the games industry.
I didn't see any.
Well, I'll run you through some of the highlights. So Nintendo said that apparently Kirby is now going to be square. So they made a square
That's not
Kirby.
funny.
Tekken 7 teased their newest character, Katsuhiro Harada, of course, the director of Tekken 7. They even have a screen cap of him in the game wearing a suit, which is actually a little funny.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that.
Rainbow Six is getting a week-long Rainbow is Magic event that fills the game with pink rainbows, unicorns, teddy bears, and more, making it appropriate to the Rainbow name. Apparently, it looks ridiculous. I'm sure the Rainbow Six fans will have a good time with that. Apparently, Nissan and HyperX teamed up to make the Ear Cup noodles. I'm shocked this is not Final Fantasy branded, but it is a Cup Noodles headset with a fork microphone. It has its own website. You can check that out as well. The Reddit Anthem the Game Reddit put a Division 2 header as their header for the page, which is very funny for other reasons. Very sad, funny. Apparently IGN made a Nintendo Direct that says everything is coming to the Nintendo Switch, even you and me. I've not got a chance to watch it, but I've actually heard it's halfway decent.
No, I'm not watching it.
No. And two more for you. For one day only, Rabbids are taking over for minions in For Honor. In Ubisoft, like you can actually play For Honor today, and Rabbids will be your minions instead of their main guys, which is ridiculous. And
yeah, do stuff like that.
Yeah. And finally, there's a commercial that Square put out for the Final Fantasy XIV Omega, the smart home assistant. He's an ancient primal being of unimaginable power who's traveled between dimensions for thousands of years, and he's a smart speaker too. So there's a commercial where you can check that out. So those were the ones that I saw that were the best, quote unquote, April Fool's jokes.
Those are the best.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I fucking hate April Fool's Day. It's the worst. We're all of us here are huge Grinches when it comes to April Fools, because you always see that one story that is just believable enough to be true, and you get excited about it, and then you remember what fucking day it is.
Yeah. April Fool's Day in video gaming has not been the same since Electronic Gaming Monthly.
No, it really hasn't.
Like, Electronic Gaming Monthly really would get your ass from time to time. And now everything is just kind of stupid. I don't know. Oh, you know what else is stupid? I played one more thing. This is how enthused I am because I forgot to mention it. I played Assassin's Creed 3.
What? Oh, that's right. You got it as part of your season pass.
Yeah, I got it as part of the season pass.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to go backwards, yo. It really is.
Because they didn't add any quality of life improvements, did they? It's just remastered?
It's pretty much just remastered. There's I can't remember exactly what the controls were for 3, but they're not like the controls are now. Mm-hmm. So it's a serious regression, and that story is not good enough to warrant going back to. So you get with that game, you get Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed Liberation. But stay away. I don't know how much it costs because
$20 or $30.
Nah, man. Nah, stay away. Don't bother.
Because at least with the Borderlands remaster, they did add in the quality of life improvements that Borderlands 2 had.
Yeah.
So like you have the mini map now and 4-player split screen co-op and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And apparently they also made the last boss fight a challenge instead of the fucking easy peasy time that I had beaten that boss when the game first came out.
Was that like the vagina wall? Like,
yes, it was. Which you could just duck behind that rock and pop out from cover and just annihilate it and not take a single hit during the boss fight. Didn't even know that going in, figured it out within 3 seconds, and I'm like, wow, this was an easy final boss, let me tell you. So they've apparently made that fight a little bit more challenging and added some mechanics to it. So there you go. A couple bits of housekeeping before we get into the main topic of the week. Don't forget to go to youtube.com/densepixels. Hit the red subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss when we post this podcast in video form. I also stream on YouTube as well through the Dense Pixels channel. So if you're watching the stream, again, youtube.com/densepixels. Don't forget to subscribe to TNP Studios and become a premium member. densepixels.com/premium. Just $5 a month or $50 for the entire year gets you weekly episodes to look forward. Our political show, the airing grievances, No Time to Bleed, and this week a new episode of the Men with the Golden Tongues. Micah and I did the Tournament of James Bond Villains and had a wonderful time doing it. Some surprises. Our last ranking list is partially fucked up thanks to your terrible initial seedings, listeners.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I'm
you got
diamond face in on that fucking thing.
He's a henchman. He was not as part of the Tournament of Villains. Yeah, he was technically.
His boss is in it.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking movie, yo. I watched it last night. Quick aside. I watched The World is what is it? What it
Die Another Day.
Die Another Day last night. Yeah, that movie's fucking terrible, yo. It's fucking terrible. Like, it's offensive.
And hey, if you subscribe to TNP Studios Premium, you can listen to the Men with the Golden Tongues episode of Die Another Day.
I listened to it today, and I'm like, you guys are 100% correct.
It's one of the best episodes we've ever done in that show. 100%.
2 hours and 22 minutes.
Yep, longer than the movie. It's what it deserved.
Yo, it's fucking awful.
It got what it deserved.
Good God.
And look, if this is any incentive, Brad, of all the shows, Brad is the most even-keeled gentleman you will ever hear, except for that episode. Yeah, he was fucking pissed.
From Jump Street.
So you want to hear Brad pissed? You want to hear what the nicest guy in the world sounds like when he's fucking mad? Then listen to that.
I had so many questions. Like the one that Jacob had. Where the fuck did they surf from? Where did they come from? Why did he not get wet when he fucking... You know what? Fuck it. This is a video game podcast. I'm sorry.
It is. Trust me. It's worth the even if you just want to check it out, it's worth the $5 for that episode.
Why could you see through his invisible car?
Again, we are moving on from there. You can subscribe to the other TNP Studio shows as well. The Nerdpocalypse, Black on Black Cinema, and Coming Distractions. Search for them in your podcatching app of choice, including Spotify, which we are also on. Our main event for the week, Gearbox was at PAX East last week. They teased Borderlands 3, but that's not before we had to sit through the rest of the Gearbox presentation. Here's the thing. We're going to talk about this first, then we're going to talk about the Borderlands 3 trailer, which I am super duper excited about. When you have people that are there to watch a specific thing, and you have people that are online watching a specific thing, I get that you are going to use that time where you have people captivated to push your wares on them. And they did it the smart way. They led off the conference talking about the teaser trailer that they released the day before, breaking down all the different references and all the characters that appeared in this very cool graphical art thing that they released, which was really badass and a really great way to tease this new announcement. And they ended the show with the Borderlands 3 trailer that everyone waited so long to see. But the middle of the show left a little bit to be desired.
I saw the trailer.
Well, then Terrence, you did it correctly because me and Micah watched the whole goddamn presentation.
I sure did.
And it was not cool.
It was.
I'm sorry. I saw the last 15 minutes. And the last minutes was terrible.
Did you see the magic trick?
No, I did not see it.
Good.
And here's what I need everyone to learn that does these presentations. I understand that you are doing that presentation for the audience that you have in front of you. And I'm sure if you were in the crowd, it was not nearly as excruciating as it was watching it on a stream. But I need you to also understand that there are millions of people around the globe tuning in for this. And you need to keep that presentation snappy. Here's why the Nintendo Direct model works. And here's why everyone's rushing to do it. Because it doesn't drag. It doesn't slow down. It just moves trailer. It keeps your attention. You don't have to sit there for 15 minutes while Randy Pitchford does an admittedly decent magic trick that just took way too long.
The fuck did he do?
It's a card trick. He did a card trick, right? Like it's not like he sawed a woman in half. It's not like he levitated. It's not like, he escaped from a straight jacket underwater. Like, no, he did a card trick, right? He did what magicians do, right? But at the same time, right? Like it was like 20 minutes.
It took a really long time. And
20
look,
minutes of this hour-long presentation, Terrence.
A card trick.
yes.
What the I just wanted to watch Borderlands, yo. I just wanted to watch Borderlands. Hey guys, I'm a magician. Look, Randy Pitchford might be a very nice guy, but he's not a good pitch man. Like he is, like you can't bring this guy out on stage and have him shucking and jiving, man. Like it just doesn't.
He looks like a big oaf. Like I didn't see him present. I saw when they the trailer, and I'm like, is there something wrong with my? And then they're like, "No, it was fucked up." And then they did it again. I'm like, "Ah, y'all niggas wildin'."
Well, that was the worst part. Is that when they did finally get around to showing the trailer, of course they had technical difficulties. Because of course, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't that have happened? And look, I feel really bad for anyone that's been working on the game for, they said 5 years, it's been in development now, and that your big debut was marred with technical issues and stuff like that. It just put a real big fucking damper on the whole goddamn ordeal.
Terrence, one of the videos didn't even play.
What?
One of the videos that they had, I think it was to advertise the fact that Borderlands 1 is being re-released with like all this new shit. It didn't play. So they had to drag these poor developers out here, the people that work at Gearbox, and they had to go one by one down the line. Randy Pitchford had to go, so what new thing about the Borderlands re-release do you want to talk about? And each person had to say one of the bullet points that would have been in the video.
I'd be like, I don't talk about any fucking thing because I made a video for this, nigga. Like, get the shit. Or just wow. God.
Yeah. So it was a really bad presentation.
Yeah, man.
That fortunately was ended once they got the fucking thing working. Was fortunately ended by a really good trailer. Now,
was it?
It was. If you've ever seen a Borderlands trailer before, because all their reveal trailers follow the same kind of ordeal where they're just fucking hyping the game up to death over dubstep music. It was a good trailer. It got me very excited for the game because they are giving us more of what we want. That's all anybody wants from Borderlands is what the thing that make Borderlands.
But I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. How do you know they're giving you more of what you want?
Yeah,
all you technically know is that it's not a battle royale shooter.
do you really think they're going to deviate that strongly from the Borderlands formula, or do you think that if they were going to make a huge shift in how the game is laid out, that they would have talked about that on that stage?
No, not on this particular stage. I think this is basically. This did just what it was supposed to do. It says, hey guys, Borderlands 3 is coming. Here's proof. I don't think they're going to talk about anything. Look, they've been working on this game for 5 years, right? This is the granddaddy to all the looter shooters, right?
Yeah.
Part of me is like, if it's just Borderlands 2, if it's just Borderlands 2 again, like the writing better be on point. And
that's why I wasn't I'm like, I'm not impressed. Like it looks like it's Borderlands, but I played Borderlands 1 and 2.
Like I want to be excited for this game. I just need to see more. I'm excited that another Borderlands game is coming. I just need to see more. I need to see what 5 years has done. And like you said with Anthem, like, people like 6 years. Although admittedly, I think Anthem is in a little bit of a different case, but you are the grandfather of the looter shooter, and now all these looter shooters have come out. Some of them have had sequels come out, right? Like there have been 2 Destinies, and 2 Divisions, right? if it's just more Borderlands, like the writing has to be on point, or something has to be different. Now I'm
Like, their
still
guns have to be out of control.
I mean, some of them look like it that they showed in the fucking trailer.
Like, I'm like, you know what? That's the first thing that I'm going to be looking for.
I'm looking for. I still predict that they're not quite ready to release the live service announcement. But
Yeah,
I really think they would have talked about that.
I think this is going to be a live service game, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, but
they better learn from everybody else. That's all I'm saying.
Because if you think about the old Borderlands games, like they're kind of live service but not really.
Precursors. They're precursors to that shit. Like, they weren't weren't there microtransactions in 2? Couldn't you? I don't know what.
I think you could
buy something in Borderlands 2. I don't know if it was like more space or something.
Could you buy golden keys in Borderlands 2?
Something like that. There was something that you could buy in Borderlands 2. I don't remember what it was.
I thought they just gave those away through shift codes, and you just had to kind of find shift codes, or they doled out shift codes whenever they wanted. I honestly don't remember if there's a microtransaction component to it, but the way that game laid out its story, and then expansion, and then expansion, and then pre-sequel, and then expansion, like I can see them making Borderlands 3 a platform. And look, I won't necessarily have a problem with that, but I don't know. I just want, and I'm glad it's not a battle royale game. Like, I really am. I'm just
that would be insane if it was if somehow this was a battle royale.
I'm very, very curious. I'm very curious what this could be. And honestly, I mean, I'm not going to be too disappointed if it's just more Borderlands. But part of me is just going to be like, all right, it's just more Borderlands with guns that walk for whatever reason. Like, I don't need a walking gun, but all right.
It's probably a turret, most likely.
Yeah. But, I don't know. But go ahead, Brad. Talk about the game.
Look, I'm really stoked about it. And they've already announced some stuff that's different from. So, like, this is the first one that's not going to take place exclusively on or in the proximity of Pandora. Like, they've already said you're going to go to different planets, because apparently, like we found at the end of 2, there's fucking vaults goddamn everywhere. All over the fucking solar system, apparently.
Kind of like how Destiny has different planets.
Yeah. Said 4 new characters, as we've come to expect. Apparently, the Siren is actually going to be a melee character in this game, which is fucking weird.
I'm curious about that too, because I generally main Sirens. So
yeah, she was my go-to.
Yeah. And I don't like melee characters and shooters.
The techie character can apparently summon a mech that one of your friends can pilot. Apparently, like, so if you're playing with the tech character, you can hop in her mech that she can summon and fucking roll around on that fucking thing for a while. You have a completely new class, a Beastmaster, who can summon one of 3 animals to fight for you. I think they kind of showed him in the trailer. There's like a skag and a spider ant and something else as well that you can summon. They showed a lot of different locales, including like a major, like a city locale, which I mean, they've been in like industrial areas before, but never like a huge like fucking city deal. It just, like I said, it looked like exactly what I was looking for from the game. I would imagine the humor is going to be on point. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. They haven't struck out yet with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm sure it's fine.
And like I said, they're tying in all of the, like, there was characters from all 3 games, and when I say all 3 games, or all 4 games, and when I say all 4, I'm including Tales from the Borderlands as well, that are going to be prevalent in this.
So I've been scouring, and I found leaks. You know, these are rumors, so take these with a grain of salt. That the game takes place 5 years after Borderlands 2. Tannis is not what she seems. AI Jack may be back, but he's not the villain. Reese is back. You saw Reese in the trailer. The writing is more like Borderlands 1 than Borderlands 2. I don't remember much of the writing in Borderlands 1.
Yeah.
For the bow hunters, abilities have been reworked, so everyone now has multiple action skills instead of one. The Beastmaster is a homeless android, and he can summon multiple creatures to help fight for him. The older guy is like Batman. He's the stealth character. He has a bunch of gadgets at his disposal. Like you said, the Siren is a melee character, kind of like how Brick was, but she still has phase lock and phase shift. NPCs can revive you if you go into fight for your life. Guns are different, like they have different changeable parts. You can alter the firing rate of the guns, the reload speed, the stability.
You can do that in other ones, right?
No, you had to get a brand new gun.
Yeah.
Oh, it just had the different okay.
Yeah.
They talk about the bad guys, the Calypso twins. One of them is a siren, the woman. But the male, because and only women are sirens, but the male seems to have siren powers, which is weird.
Well, he apparently might have like, so the speculation I heard around him is he might have like some sort of like fucking rogue-like powers, like X-Men rogue-like powers where he can like drain, because like there's a shot in the trailer of Lilith looking like beaten down on the ground, and they're both behind her like high-fiving, but she doesn't have her tattoos on her arm. So
and her tattoos were red, weren't they?
No, they were blue. They're always blue for the sirens. I think they turn red when she does her like fucking like phase shift or firehawk thing or whatever the fuck it is.
Because his tattoos are red.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm just curious. But look, I want this game to be good, man. I love Borderlands. Borderlands was great. I just hope that they don't drop the ball. And look, part of that is me just being real jaded now because I bought into Anthem and I bought into, just a bunch of I bought that season pass for Destiny and I don't play that shit anymore. But I would play Borderlands, man. So,
well, we're getting more information on April 3rd, which is right around the corner. They did not announce a release date too. Like that at a bare minimum, I would have expected that, though. People are speculating that they teased it in the trailer because apparently Gearbox never puts numbers in a trailer without those numbers having meaning of some kind. So you see a 10 in the trailer, and in the same font later in the trailer, you see a 1. So people are speculating that means October 1st, which is a Tuesday. I already checked. So that does seem like a reasonable release date. And I think it also, I don't know when the original Borderlands released. I know the second one released in September of the year it came out, but the first one, I'm curious because I feel like that it was right around that time. October 20th was the first one, so I thought that might be trying to go for like a 10-year anniversary deal.
Wow,
but yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, 10 years, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah,
so
that's
that was the Borderlands 3 trailer. Like I said, I am very excited. And Mike, I'm upset that you are not that you're not drinking the Kool-Aid. You drink the Kool-Aid on everything else, goddammit.
Yeah, and I'm getting diabetes from all the sugar. No,
all these other games is like it's not their fault. It's everybody else's fault.
Yeah, like look,
honestly, like the way games are designed now, like look, they're going to be microtransactions. There absolutely will be.
One,
because they would have said no transactions, or like hopefully they say it Wednesday.
Look, on Wednesday when I see more, look, you know me. I'll be right. I talk all that bullshit. Every E3. I don't know if I'm watching E3 this year. It's all boring. Blah. And then I watch shit and I get hype. So the second I see, like me, the second I see more stuff, you know me. I already got $200 in my PlayStation wallet waiting to buy it.
So before we move on to the post office, don't forget, when you go to buy your copy of Borderlands 3, do it through densepixels.com/Amazon, because you will pay the same low Amazon price, which in the case of a new release game is probably the same price. But you will still donate some of that money to your favorite video game podcast. So again, densepixels.com/Amazon. And again, if you have Amazon Prime, get your free year of Nintendo Switch Online as well. So the mailbag. So Jay asked a question. And I use that term loosely because there's not a question mark anywhere in Jay's question.
Look, you know, Jay ain't asking. Oh, Jay is a blowhard. He's a talker. He's not a look. Jay and I had this conversation privately about his interviewing skills. No, he has none because he don't ask questions. He tells you. This is how he is. He tells you what it is.
He goes on a very long paragraph saying that he largely agrees with our stance on Google Stadia last week, but he thinks that they also have an ulterior motive, and this might be their Trojan horse to try to push in to kill monopolies on cable internet. Basically, that they're trying to use this as a Trojan horse to help spread out Google Fiber and to get more areas buying into fiber as well, which of course will get them a lot of money down the road. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that that is a motivation behind the Stadia, or is Jay full of nonsense?
I'm still reading his long ass paragraph.
Yeah, as am I. I'm sorry.
For the record, I mean, yes, of course. Google's whole premise as a company is to get Google services into the hands of as many people.
Yo, I want Google services. I just seen a nigga download a 10 gigabyte game in 2 minutes. I want that shit. I would welcome that. And so look, if that's their end game, fine.
And look, when we are all living in the Blade Runner future, hopefully they will be the most benevolent of all the mega corporations.
Yeah, of the three corporations that's going to run this country: Google, Disney, and Amazon. Let's hope that Google is the one that will be nice to us.
Look, in the there ain't no internet in the Midwest, so if they can get their foothold in there, I'm gonna be fucking salty that I ain't got the shit yet. But, you know, look,
I mean, you can always move to the Midwest.
Nah, fuck you, yo.
Get those get those blue votes where we need them. Apparently,
nah, so. Look, you gotta look. If they can get it done in the Midwest, you think it's gonna take them long to get it on the coast?
Yeah, they could do that shit tomorrow on the coast if they wanted to, but they like fucking Comcast and Verizon, yeah.
If they can perfect it in the Midwest,
isn't they where they started in? Like, wasn't it like St. Louis or some shit like that?
I thought it was like Kansas or something like that where they started Google Fiber.
They have been targeting like either low bandwidth or more lower income areas. So.
Right.
We'll see.
So yeah, I mean, look, again, I'm sold. after like literally that shit blew my fucking mind. It did. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Jay has really fast internet. No, he doesn't. Like, you know how big the okay.
You can move to Atlanta.
I mean,
they bringing back Freaknik.
Nah, nobody.
No, they don't.
Not now. Niggas going to jail left and fucking right.
So Gaston asked two questions. I'm only gonna ask one because the second we've answered a bunch of times. Mobile gaming seems becoming more prevalent. It has been. Is there any game you would want to play on your phone, past or present?
No.
I am a fool, and a fool and his money are soon parted. And I've purchased games, on my phone, games that I've loved on my phone, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Knights of the Old Republic. And they were the worst purchases I've ever made in my entire life regarding a phone. Those games just aren't practically playable on a touchscreen, and I'm not buying accessories to put, like controller accessories to put on my phone so I can play them on my phone. Like, that's just ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as buying Knights of the Old Republic, apparently. But no, there is no game that I want to be converted to, a phone. I only play 2 games on my phone, Marvel Strike Force and this bullet hell shooter called Skyforce. And
working on a phone.
And that's it. And those games that's it. That's all I need to play. And they were designed for the phone. So
yeah, for me, like only stuff that is low impact, like turn-based RPGs would be the only thing that I would desire. And even then, I don't really desire because I have a Nintendo Switch. Like if I really need to play a game on the go, I'll fucking take that with me, and we'll be good. I've never been a mobile gamer. It's just not something that I do. I mean, Hearthstone is literally the game I played mobile the most.
Yeah, I will never be a mobile. I will never ever be a mobile gamer.
Yep. We're going to combine Gustavo's and Amir's question because they are in the same topic. So Amir asks if we think that Game Pass will eventually go up in price or have different tiers in the future. Gustavo asks if Game Pass is going to be the Netflix of video game in the future. If you think about it, Game Pass already kind of is Netflix now, except it doesn't get like the new movies when they, shortly after coming out.
Right.
Unless they're Netflix originals. So like, I think it's already kind of there. Just not nearly as ubiquitous. Will it go up in price or have different tiers? That is going to be entirely dependent on third-party publishers coming along for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they want that.
Well, no. Why would you want to cut from Microsoft when you can just sell your game to somebody? Like, that's the one thing about game. Like it's like you notice with third parties, like on Game Pass, it's old games go up there, but you're never going to get. Well, I shouldn't say never because you might, but generally you're not going to get day and day new releases from third parties.
No.
So yeah, like I could see that if third parties somehow find it beneficial to do that, but until that day happens, and I don't think it's happening soon. Because again, if you're third party, like if you're going to go that route, why wouldn't you just do what EA kind of sort of does and just make your own service? You know what I mean? So and keep all the profits. And then we have the problem we have now where we have all these streaming services, but we only one person only ever wants to pay for 2 of them. You have to figure out which two you want. Randy asks, and I will answer this question for Micah. He asks, what games do you suck at, but you really enjoy playing? Micah's response would be all of them.
Yes. In particular, fighting games. I suck at every fighting game, but I enjoy playing them for whatever reason. Like, it just
very bizarre to me because if I was as bad as you say you are, like I'd
be bad.
Like I couldn't do it. Like I'm not that good. I'm not. Shut up. Hear me out. Hear me out. I've like over the years I've played against a lot of people that go to tournaments and shit.
Yeah, so they go. Yeah, they go to tournaments. How many motherfuckers do you like? So you're better than the average schmo. Like, yeah, like, oh man, I fight MMA fighters, so I can't fight. What the fuck? What the fuck? You train with MMA fighters and you think you can't fight? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I've seen you play. You're not good at certain fighting games, and even then, you can adapt to make yourself respectable.
That is true.
Right. Whereas, I know exactly who I need to play against. I know exactly who I need to play against.
Terrence, are there any games you were bad at that you really enjoy playing?
Apex.
You are not bad at Apex. Get the fuck out of here.
Terrence, false modesty looks very ugly on you.
Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I post my wins. I don't post when I get blown up or 30
Yeah,
seconds.
but you're still winning at a better rate. So like you with Apex is like me with FIFA. Like, am I a top tier FIFA player? No. Can I beat a random dude that I find on the street? Yes, most likely every time. Like I am above average at FIFA. I'm not going to be contending for the FIFA World Cup anytime soon. But I'm still decent at fucking FIFA. I'm still going to win more games than I generally lose at FIFA.
Mm.
What percentage of games in Apex do you think you finish in the top 5 squads?
Top 5?
Yes.
Oof.
Ballpark estimate, just off the cuff.
Ballpark top 5.
Yeah.
Probably like 30-40%.
That's pretty good, I feel like. Again, not top tier.
Yeah, I'm in the middle, but like, I be seeing niggas with like 5,000 kills. I'm like, yo, the game been out for a month and a half. That's on one cow.
You're comparing yourself to people that don't have jobs, Terrence.
That's a key point. You're comparing yourself to people who playing Apex Legends is their job.
They probably stream every day. Whatever. I don't know what I'm terrible at. Sekiro.
But are you still? You've been playing Path of Exile. You've been playing no Sekiro.
Yeah. I'm eventually going to beat that game, but that game is really just testing my fucking nerves right now. Like it really is, yo. I'm like, yo, this fucking boss. All right, really? Because every boss has a pattern, but they fucking switch that shit up on you.
And see, for me, like games like that, part of my enjoyment in them is being proficient in them. So like if there's a game that I'm just fucking straight awful at, I'm not going to play that game because it's not fun to get your fucking teeth kicked in when you're playing against other people. I'm bad at Apex and I will play Apex. Like I don't that probably would be my answer, but I'm not like actively playing Apex Legends right now. I will go back to it and I'll suck and I don't care because the game is fun.
That's the game that you gotta like. It's a shooter, so like if you're good at like that's the thing. If you're good at shooters, like you're gonna be good at Apex. If you pick one of the smaller characters, you're just gonna run through people.
I mean, I'm a below average Apex Legends player. Like I can survive into the match, but I'm never gonna be carrying the team or I'll put some shots in. I'll stay alive. I'll be a team player. I'm a good support player in Apex Legends, but
that's what I do. And then it drives me fucking crazy. Like I've played so much, I know how my team is going to. Like depending on their level, I know exactly what my team is going to do.
Oh, there's a good one
that they have.
There's a good one. I really enjoy playing Overwatch, but I'm really bad at Overwatch.
I like Overwatch a lot.
Yeah,
I'm middle of the road in Overwatch as well.
So maybe there's my one because I'm not good at Overwatch, but it's fun to play. So our last 2 questions this week are both going to be wrestling themed questions because Wrestlemania is, of course, next weekend, near and dear to our hearts here at Dense Pixels. We'll start with Malcolm, who asks what our favorite wrestling game of all time is, and I would not be surprised if all 3 of us had an answer that came from the same console.
You might be surprised. You might actually be surprised. My favorite.
Me and Micah are going to have an answer that comes from the same console.
You might be surprised.
What is wrong with you people?
Well, I know what you're going to say.
Of course, it's WCW Revenge. Of course.
I'm a big fan of Def Jam Fight for New York.
That's not a
wrestling game.
Nah, yo, the Aki engine is a wrestling game.
No, that's not a wrestling game.
Then yes, it is. It is Revenge.
Mine was Here Comes the Pain.
I did play a lot. Here Comes the Pain was probably the one I played the most
fucking much
on PS2.
Yeah, I love that game. That's only like that and really Revenge.
Oh, love Revenge.
What was the other one?
The other one was No Mercy.
Yeah, there was No Mercy in WrestleMania 2000.
Right, No Mercy is the other one that's held up as like the top one. I wasn't by that time. I had moved on past those games, so like and like those games are directly proportional to the time in my life in which I played them. Like I was, a teenager and always playing with friends. We were always doing like 4 players and played for hours and stuff like that. So it's more the nostalgic part of it that speaks to me. Not necessarily that the game is the greatest, but it was a pretty fucking great game. Here Comes the Pain. I can remember having brutal back and forth, like 45 to 42 Iron Man matches against my friend.
Yo, Here Comes the Pain. I love that fucking game. Like it was, and then like the next game, they just started taking shit out and putting stuff. I'm like, all right, y'all just ruined everything.
I remember playing
each other and like do all kinds of wild shit when it comes to pain.
I remember playing WrestleMania 2000. You create characters in that, right?
Mhm.
Because I remember creating my physics teacher. I was in college when that game was out. And I remember creating my physics teacher. I can't remember his name, but he was an old Jamaican man who sounded like this. And I was just like, I hated his ass. I go, fuck you. And I created him just a job to whatever character I was. Just fuck you.
Like I said, I do remember that match. My friend and I had a 60-minute Iron Man match, and here comes the pain. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit, submission only 60-minute Iron Man match, and that was an epic battle. Good times though. We will end it with Johnny, who asks, "What are we looking forward to this WrestleMania weekend?" Terrence doesn't even know the card, so I don't know if he can answer the question.
I don't know what's going on. Isn't Kofi Kingston wrestling for like the WWE?
Kofi Kingston is wrestling for the WWE Championship against Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan.
Kofi Kingston wins because he's black. I'm like Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everybody black.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I hope he wins, but at the same time, I feel like they're gonna break up the New Day
At WrestleMania.
Yeah, because yeah, I do. You know why? Because Vince McMahon hates black people.
Yeah,
Like
there's no to say otherwise.
Right. What's up, my nigga? Like that shit is uncalled for. Uncalled for. And look, it's all this build up, right? All this build up, they're building it up way too much for them to not swerve, right? Look, you got 3 big matches, right? You got 3 big matches. You got Kofi and Bryan. You got the women's match, who apparently now, as of spoiler alert for Raw, Brad, Stephanie McMahon says whoever pins anybody will get both titles.
Okay. I guess they are unifying the belts then.
Right. Okay. and Seth versus Brock, right? You gotta get the Universal title back on Raw, right? There's your feel-good story. Becky Lynch has to win, right? You can't let Charlotte, Charlotte is probably pound for pound the best professional wrestler working anywhere, right? But come on, yo. Like, they've been building Becky up and building Becky up and building Becky up. That's who they want to see, right? You can't have 3 feel-good stories at WrestleMania. So what's going to happen? You're going to get Kofi going to get the win. He's going to feel good. And all of a sudden, he's going to get the up, up, down, down, and the big ending. And people are going to be fucking pissed. Because that's what they like to do.
So what are you anticipating?
I'm anticipating that Kofi will win. He'll be, oh my God, 11 years. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, bam, just hit from behind, just like the Shield, except with 2 people now instead of 1. Yeah, they're gonna break up. That's my crazy prediction for WrestleMania. I don't want to see it because brothers got to stick together. But at the same time, brothers are real crab in a barrel ass bitches. and I could totally see this happening.
All right, WrestleMania,
especially after that gauntlet match. And look, that match isn't going to be the last one, right? The last match got to be the feel good match, and that's the Becky. That's the Becky win, right? The Brock and Seth are going to go first, right? Seth is going to get the win. Yay. Then you'll get a cool down match. Then you'll get
that might open the show, honestly.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because you can't have them 2 flips together.
Yes.
Yeah. They got too much shit, yo. They got
the card is fucking loaded as usual.
It's gonna be a work day, yo.
Yeah, I do have it, but I don't feel like watching it. I might come around your way, Brad, to watch it.
Well, me and Carrie will be here watching it with my wife and Carrie's husband. If Chris decides to come, we'll see. For me, the most anticipated match of the weekend is not on Sunday. For me, it is going to be on Friday nights because NXT on Friday night.
On Friday, not Saturday.
They are. They're doing that on Friday, and then the Hall of Fame is going to be on Saturday this year.
Oh, okay.
It's
a little weird.
They are making the best of a bad situation. So this was supposed to be the culmination of the 2-year Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa feud, with Johnny Gargano supposedly, finally having his triumphant moment with the NXT Championship. But then Tommaso Ciampa broke his goddamn neck and had to get surgery, and he's gonna be out for a year if he ever is able to come back.
He comes back.
Oh yeah, and his days as a hated heel are over, over, because there's no way he's gonna avoid that pop. But anyway, so making the best of bad situation. They had a 5-man match on NXT to determine who would face Johnny Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match on TakeOver. And it is my boy, Adam Cole, baby, who won the match. So it's him and Gargano. And I think they're going to put the belt on the Panama City Playboy. And I'm thinking Adam Cole's walking out of NXT as the NXT champion to begin the tease of the year of gold for that faction. Because I could easily see like Roddy Strong and Bobby Fish getting tag team titles later on, and then Kyle O'Reilly winning the North American title, and then all the gold will be in the Undisputed Era. That's what I'm hoping for. I've lived long enough to see myself become the villain.
I totally see that happen.
So
there you go.
So of course we will be back next week to break it all down for you, as we normally do after these shows. Don't forget to go to YouTube, don't forget to go to densepixels.com/fans to join our Facebook fan group so that you too can answer the Dense Pixels post office. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Dense Pixels. Subscribe to the show on whatever podcatching app you use. Subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/densepixels, and follow us on Twitch. Terrence is Apparition 410 and Carrie is Sup It's Carrie. So that is it for us this week. Look forward to our Wrestlemania review next weekend, and we will talk to you guys then.
See ya.
Take it easy.
You're watching the Dense Pixels YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button while you're here, and make sure you check out our weekly podcast where we discuss the latest gaming news and our impressions on what games we've been playing.